What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Fine CEO JTU. We are Jersey Magazine and Jersey Diamonds, and I'm here with the homie Primal.
You already know what it is, Primal. You can follow me everywhere, Primal732. What's good?
Yeah, man.
We here.
I'm happy to have Primal in here, man. He's from Central Jersey. We just had a whole debate, so I'm gonna give it to him today. He's from Central Jersey, native. Got a lot to talk about. Let's get to know Primal, man. So sit back, relax, brother. Let's talk for a little bit. So Primal, you've been doing this a while now, man. Music is a big outlet for you, right?
Sure,
an outlet to express yourself in a way that can be vulnerable at times. What is it like actually expressing yourself and being vulnerable in your music?
I mean, for me, it's just like letting my emotion out. Like I said, I dealt with a lot of anger and stuff in my life, so music helps me just outlet, just get rid of some of that bad emotion I have, and just I don't know. Music helps me be vulnerable and shit like that. Where at times where I just didn't, I didn't want to show that side of me. Yeah. But if it wasn't for music, probably still be stuck angry shit all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like you said, and dealing with the stress of your upbringing and everything like that, and actually like pushing towards a more positive route. How do you actually overcome that anger? With music being an outlet like that, but like just the process of overcoming that anger, like was it easy just to write it down? Was it something that you had to put a story together?
I feel like it was just basically just getting my story out, trying to put my point across, just basically just like trying to let certain things go that I held on to. That really just ate me up inside, kept me angry. Stuff like that.
You have this quote about music and feelings coming from the heart and soul, right? And that's somewhat what drives your music to where it is now. And why is that quote so important to you?
I feel like it's important to me because any kind of art or anything like that, you put yourself into it, So for me, like that was my way of putting myself into something, and just music is expression of self and emotion, and it just comes from the heart and soul,
Absolutely.
Sure.
And this guy just had a son, so congratulations.
Yeah.
He let us know he had a son, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So now, as we were talking earlier, you said now that's like an even harder drive for you. Like you've already been going crazy this year, but now having your newborn son, like what is the motivation for you now with your music?
I'm trying to get to the bag for him, and it just helps me push a lot harder. I definitely want to bring him up in music too. So
Little Primal,
little baby Primal. But definitely gonna have him grow up around it, and it just makes me want to go 10 times harder because now I got somebody that's gonna look up to me. And
that's dope.
For sure.
And like you said, now with music being the outlet for you and everything, what are some of the dope collaborations that you work with other artists on actually being able to portray the same message that you want to get across in your music?
I mean,
like do you look for artists that have that same kind of a story, or do you kind of put yourself with that story and then just add on other artists? Like, how would you go about that process?
It could go either way, but both ways, basically I don't really look for people that kind of have the same struggle as me, as for collaborating and whatnot. But like any verse I write, any hook I do, anything like that, I put a part of myself into it, what I mean? So as long as they kind of capture the same energy or have the same vibe, it all works out. I got a song coming that I did with my boy Savage Boy D, and it's called We Don't Play, and we definitely kind of have the same vibe on that, so it just collaboratively worked itself out.
Because you guys are basically talking about the same thing.
For sure.
And it's interesting how everything just kind of works out where the same stories that you go through, usually you attract the same kind of an artist.
For sure. They do say that you attract what you put out.
I like that. That's dope. Now you have this track out called "I Don't Want to Die." I want to hear about the story behind that track. It's also on YouTube, y'all. It's a dope track. It's fire. But the story behind it, this is how you're gonna understand.
I had my brush with death, near-death experiences a bunch of times, but right before I actually came up with the hook for that song, I got into a really bad car accident with my girl, and I had gotten hit by an 18-wheeler truck, sent into a guardrail. It was kind of delirious. When I woke up, a little bit concussed. I thought I was pinned in the car. It was kind of crazy. I'm looking at my legs, thinking my legs are bleeding. But I ended up pulling myself out of the car. My girl got flung to the back seat. It was pretty bad. Thank God she did, because her whole side got crushed. So, just that experience, I remember a couple days later, I'm just, in the studio messing around, playing some beats, and then I came up with the hook, and I was like, I don't want to die. Like, it's just, it just kind of stuck, and then I was like, I'm going to make a song about it, and then, that's how
and that right there shows not only the dedication to your music, but how much of an outlet music is for you. Because you just said it, like, I went through a near-death experience, and then a couple days later, I went to the studio, and I had to express it right then and there, like, I don't want to die. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, with my music, I try and keep everything realistic to a T. I don't really try and talk about things that I don't be about, and I try and keep it true to the story. You know what I mean? True to me.
Yeah. What we got going on for 2020, my brother? I know you're busting out moves. You got another video dropping soon.
Yeah, actually, I'm dropping a video tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah. February 9th. Dropping tonight. Just trying to do shows, stay consecutive with just dropping music, videos. I'm probably gonna be dropping a single every month and a video every month. So, just trying to keep it consistent, trying to keep on top of everything and work as hard as I can.
Definitely.
If you're not working hard, somebody's working harder.
That's good.
If you're not doing what you need to do or trying to push for yourself, there's always somebody out there working harder than you. And I'm trying to be the hardest working guy out there. So.
Like and it's gotta come from the heart and soul.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Now let's talk about the name Primal. Just going ham on the beat. Having like zero instincts for in regards for other things that would bother you. That's pretty much just you just going hard.
Yeah, I had gotten that name just because as I was growing up, I was just a wild kid, just a little savage, little bastard ass kid. Fucking everybody be like, oh, that little kid, little Mikey, he's an asshole, he's wild as hell, don't mess with him, So, and then as I got older, when I started rapping, that's kind of when that name just got brought to me and it stuck.
And what is it like you were saying, like going through those hardships with personality conflict, just and like you said, just the rough upbringing, going from that kind of an anger to expressing it in your music to not having like this humbling experience of just balancing everything?
I mean, it's kind of a relief, because like I said, the way my life was going for a long time, I thought I was about to be in jail for forever, man. I'd done bits and stuff like that, so I had to really level myself out. I didn't really have a choice. Yeah. So it was a good thing for me, you know what I mean, to come from a place where it was just nothing but complete chaos and finding my balance and just trying to level the playing field. So this way, I'm not beating myself up and keep throwing myself down the hole. Yeah. I want to go up. The only way is up. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Primal in the building. We are Jersey Magazine. My brother, tell me they can book you, follow you, everything.
You can book me at primal732@gmail.com. Follow me pretty much everywhere at primal732. You already know it's TTE. Shout out my boy Decline at Decline12345. Follow him and we making moves, man.
Right, definitely. We are Jersey Magazine, man. Primal, appreciate you coming.
You already know.
Sprinkle a little salt on it.
Turned App Entertainment.